Imagine going to the grocery store and your food aid card doesn't load. That may become reality for millions of Americans this November. Here's what's happening. The federal government has been shut down since October 1st, 2025, and the USDA is warning that SNAP benefits, the nation's largest food aid program, may not be paid next month. Today, we'll break down why the risk exists, how many are affected, and most importantly, what you can do right now if you're a SNAP recipient or know someone who is. Let's start with the why. SNAP is federally funded but distributed by states. The USDA recently sent a memo to states saying, if the shutdown continues, there will be insufficient funds to pay full November benefits. Fox Business +2 XIOS +2. Why? Because the contingency fund for SNAP, about $5 billion, cannot legally be used to cover regular benefits once annual appropriations are missing. Politico +1. Simply put, the budget fight in Washington isn't just politics. It's potentially food on the table for low-income families. How many people could this hit? The numbers are staggering. Around 42 million Americans rely on SNAP benefits each month. Several states are already alerting residents. Texas warns 3.4 million residents could miss benefits if the shutdown continues. Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Wisconsin, California, and more have issued warnings that November benefits are at serious risk. States say, benefits cannot be paid unless funding returns. If you're on SNAP, you may already be hearing alerts from your state agency. So what happens if payments don't come? Here are short-term impacts. Your EBT card may not be loaded for November. You may face empty grocery shelves or have to buy less food. Food banks will likely see surges in demand, and some may already be stretched. People who rely on SNAP for basic meals may have to skip meals, buy less nutritious food, or go without entirely. Tip: if your state sends a warning, treat it as urgent. Don't assume payments will come as usual. If you depend on SNAP benefits, here are actionable steps you can take now. Stock up on shelf-stable, non-perishable foods, canned goods, pasta, rice, beans, peanut butter. Prioritize essential items, bread, milk, eggs, basics. Reach out to local food banks now and register for assistance if possible. Many anticipate higher demand. Budget your funds. If you expect a cutoff, stretch the remaining money accordingly. Delay non-essential spending. Monitor updates from your state SNAP office daily. They'll issue instructions if benefit files are delayed. Look into state contingency measures. Some states may provide emergency relief if federal funds stop. For example, Virginia declared a state emergency. Above all, act now rather than waiting until it's too late. If benefits are halted for a longer period, the consequences become more serious. Households living paycheck to paycheck may face eviction, utility shutoffs. Food insecurity among children and seniors may spike. Local nonprofits and food banks will be under tremendous strain. Many states may face rising costs for emergency food assistance, and health outcomes may worsen. Time magazine called this looming crisis a man-made disaster if SNAP halts. For states, this isn't just a delay, it's a public health and community stability emergency. You might ask, why is SNAP tied to the shutdown? Here's the connection. SNAP must be appropriated annually by Congress. With appropriations lapsed, the funding pipeline breaks. ABC News. The USDA says contingency funds were never intended to run the regular program once budget lines are missing. Reuters' political gridlock means until Congress acts, funding remains frozen. This moment reveals how deeply federal budgeting impacts everyday survival. The shutdown isn't abstract. It's about groceries and vulnerability. Here's a checklist of what you should know if you're a SNAP recipient. October benefits are still expected to arrive as scheduled. The risk is for November. ABC News. Check with your state SNAP office for alerts or notices. Contact local food banks now to register or get emergency assistance. If you can, build a small home stock of essentials. Stay informed about federal updates. Congress could act, funds could be restored. While this is a tough situation, being proactive can reduce the harm. Millions of Americans rely on SNAP, and millions more rely on them via their children, their families, their communities. If benefits don't come on November 1st, the ripple effect will reach every corner. Grocery aisles, classrooms, community centers, local food banks. This is not just a funding fight in Washington. This is about whether hungry families will get their next meal. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who may not know the risk. Subscribe for updates on what happens next and how you can stay prepared. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Stay informed.